Hi, this is Mash Rundown. If you enjoy movie reviews and trailer reactions, you're in the right place. So why not subscribe and hit the like button down below.
On this Throwback Thursday, we're going to be reviewing American Psycho. American Psycho is a 2000 satirical horror film directed by Mary Harron, starring Christian Bale as Patrick Bateman, Willem Dafoe as Detective Donald Kimball, and Jared Leto as Paul Allen.
This movie follows Patrick Bateman. He's a wealthy investment banker, and despite everything looking really good on the outside, he's got some psychotic tendencies that become more and more prominent as the movie goes on.
So looking at the good, I really enjoyed the movie's dark humor. The satire is very good. It's an interesting look at misogyny, narcissism, classism even.
Surprisingly, a lot of what happens in this movie is still very relevant today, so it shows you we haven't actually changed all that much. For example, he's really focused on his looks, and not only physical looks, but his appearance to other people.
Yeah.
And we very much still do that now, especially with Facebook and Instagram. As long as there's nice, happy pictures of you and your family in a relationship doing so well on Instagram and Facebook, you're successful. And that's really what people care about. They're not showing the hidden side of the times that they found difficult and where they're going through rough things. Because, you just want to look good. Like Bateman.
Yeah. Christian Bale's performance is epic. He really takes these absurd scenes and makes it almost believable, because he runs around naked with a chainsaw, and that he's menacing like that. He shouldn't be, but he's menacing. How upset he gets over the business cards and that. It's absurd, but it's believable when it's coming from Christian Bale. And just a really good overall performance.
He did a really good job playing crazy.
Yeah. And I think if you put anybody else into that role, it probably wouldn't have worked. It might have came off as silly, or like, why is he getting upset over a business card? But the way he portrayed the character and the way the film was filmed, putting you in Patrick Bateman's head, you can almost understand why he's getting so upset by the business card.
Even though the reasons are a little absurd, you can kind of get, okay, he cares about appearance, so it's a big deal. It makes a difference.
Yes. And I thoroughly enjoyed the escalation of his character, where, he's kind of grounded in the beginning, and it's, very contained, his craziness. And as the movie progresses, his insanity progresses, and it starts leaking out.
Very much. He loses all composure at some point. And you can see he's fighting to contain this composure, but he's just not working anymore. And we use the word crazy as in, colloquial crazy, not psychological, proper terminology crazy.
Yeah. I really enjoyed the directing as well. Even, accidental things they kept in the movie. Like, when he kills Paul Allen, half of his face gets covered in blood. That was not actually part of the plan. When he hit the dummy, whatever it was, it splashed him like that. So when he sat down on the chair, you almost got the dichotomy of sane and insane. And that worked so well, and they played on that, even though that wasn't intentional. So take advantage of epic things.
And I think that's important when you're directing and editing, to take advantage of those things that weren't supposed to be, but actually came out way better than you planned.
Then if you haven't seen the movie, it's 21 years old. Stop or skip a little bit, because spoilers for the end. I really enjoyed the end, because either he's gone on this massive killing spree and nobody really cares, unless it's Paul.
Rather, it gets covered up,
yes,
because Paul Allen's family think it was Paul Allen who did it, and they wealthy, upper class, good-to-do family, so they just hide it away and kind of we think it may have been him, but even if it's not, we don't want it to look like it could have possibly been him. Because that piece in the end almost makes you feel like maybe it was real.
It also could have been real, because, it's a very upmarket New York apartment. So they're going to want to rent it out as quick as possible. So If there's a couple of dead people in there, get rid of them quickly so we can rent this place. And let's not publicize that because we want to rent this place as quick as possible.
Which is possible.
Yeah. Or it was all in his head. Or a mixture of the two. Like a couple of them he did kill, but a couple of them he didn't kill.
Or he didn't kill anyone, he just was abusive towards the woman. Because he did that as well. And sometimes he let them go. So maybe most of it was in his head.
Very possible.
Because it seems like he was finding it difficult to tell the difference between reality and fantasy at some point.
Yes. And I think that ambiguity is pretty cool. I enjoyed that. And I think no matter which way it is, the fact that at the end nobody takes him seriously, this is not important, kind of speaks to the whole movie where looks are all that matters. It doesn't matter that you're losing your mind, that you think you're killing people or that you're killing people, just as long as you keep in your lane, as long as you look the part and it's just not questioned too much. It's a joke, it's fine.
You look good, so therefore you must be good. That takes us to the bad, and I think for me, the movie just got a bit much at times. I think this absurdity you spoke about that you enjoyed so much, at times it was just a little bit too far for me.
And I think half the point was to go a bit far, but yeah, I can see how that could maybe not make the most enjoyable watching experience at times. Overall, it's a classic cult movie, and I still thoroughly enjoyed it.
One of your favorites?
Definitely.
Overall, in terms of ratings, I would give it a 7.
I'm going to give it a 9.
That leaves it with a respectable 8.
Yeah.
So just in terms of who I think will enjoy the movie, I think if you're a fan of Christian Bale's intensity and his full-on involvement and immersement into a character, you will probably really enjoy this. And if you also like, your classic horrors, you'll enjoy it.
So let us know in the comments down below. Did you know about and have you seen American Psycho 2?
No, I did not know about it, and I have not seen it.
It's Mila Kunis as the killer. It has absolutely nothing to do with this one. I think Patrick Bateman is mentioned in it. And it's got 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
So it's really bad.
It's really bad.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us out. Bye.
Later.